Welcome back to Living Local. Did you know that a single blood donation can save up to 3 lives? Despite all the advancements in medicine and technology over time, blood is just one of those things that cannot be manufactured. Donations are the only way to get blood to those who need it. Joining us via Zoom with more on the present need for blood around the world and here in our local community is Nicole Miller with the American Red Cross. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me this morning.
Let's start here with the simple question that some people are still a little bit leery about. Is it still safe to donate blood right now during the pandemic?
Yes. As always, at every blood drive, our Red Cross staff file the highest standards of safety and infection control. And we've also implemented some additional precautions with COVID. We are checking donor temperatures before they enter the blood drive to make sure they are healthy. We're also checking our staff, our volunteers. We're providing more hand sanitizer throughout the process, following social distancing guidelines. We're also ensuring that face masks and coverings are worn by both staff and donors and volunteers. And of course, just routinely disinfecting our surfaces and equipment in between donors.
That's good to hear. Now, walk us through why blood donations are so important in the first place for people who think, whatever,
Yep, as you mentioned, blood is something that can only be given by humans, by donors that come in, and one donation can save up to 3 lives. So that blood is used for trauma, it's used for cancer patients, burn victims, for babies that are born prematurely that may need blood. So it's something that's constantly needed, and filling the shelves is always something that's very important to our hospitals.
Absolutely. Now, Nicole, can you walk us briefly through the process basically of how someone goes about giving blood? So, how much time does it take? What sort of things you have to do?
Sure. So we always say to allow at least 45 minutes to an hour from start to finish. So that includes coming in, getting registered, reading our educational materials. You'll go into a health history where we do a little mini physical. We'll check your heart rate, your pulse, your hemoglobin, and then ask you a series of yes/no health history questions. And then from there, you'll go do the donation itself. The average time for that is 7 to 10 minutes. So if you're a little worried about needles or feel like that might be the hardest part, it's really only a short period of time. So if you can get past the finger prick in the health history, the actual blood donation part itself is pretty easy. And then from there, we'll have you go into our canteen where you'll enjoy some snacks, a bottle of water or juice, and then we just have you sit there for 10 to 15 minutes to make sure you're feeling okay post your donation. So again, that can take anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, that's always my favorite part whenever I'm giving blood is you get to eat food afterwards. The actual giving blood is really short, like you said. Now, Nicole, if people want to find a Red Cross blood drive, how do they go about doing that? Where can they look?
Yeah, the best way to find it is on our website, which is redcrossblood.org. And there is a search box up in the top right where you can look by zip code, so you can find something that's close to you. We do have one coming up on Thursday in the Davenport area, and that is at the Best Western Plus Steeplegate Inn Hotel, and that blood drive runs from 1 to 5:30.
Good to know. Now, another thing that recently has become a question that people ask is does the Red Cross test your blood for antibodies to COVID-19? If you already had it and you want to know if you still have the antibodies, or if you want to know if you had it before and you just didn't know. Is that something you do?
Yes, currently the Red Cross is testing all donations for COVID-19 antibodies. If that result comes back positive, we can use that plasma to help current coronavirus patients that are fighting off that virus.
Good stuff to know. Now, besides blood drives, Nicole, what else does the Red Cross do in the community?
The Red Cross has other lines of services, as hopefully you have seen around in your community. We have a disaster where we help with flooding, tornadoes. So, the derecho that came through in Iowa earlier last year was a big part of our relief effort. We also teach CPR classes, AED, We do first aid, water, and safety training. And we do sound the alarm, where we work with local fire departments to install smoke detectors in homes. And then we also have a line of service with our armed forces.
All important things that you guys do at the American Red Cross. Nicole Miller, thank you so much for joining us today, talking to us about blood donation, why it's important, how to go about it, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Now, for more information on blood donations, and if you're trying to find a blood drive near you, just go to that website on your screen, redcrossblood.org. We'll also have those details posted on our website too, ourquadcities.com.